Hello to everybody. I tried to speak in English so that everyone could understand and I could be able to give a guide for everybody. With this pandemic that we are facing right now, we need to be an obedient citizen in our countries. When we are told to stay at home, we should have to stay at home. This is not the time to be sarcastic or whatever. We have already the example from Italy that they don't listen to their government. They keep on going anywhere. And what happens? They got a lot of patients right now. And in the Philippines, our government cannot afford with that kind of patients, with that many patients to be attended. We have few medical practitioners or working in the hospitals, and we have no such things like high-tech facilities like the other countries are. So we have to help the government, our government, anywhere in the world you are. You have to help not just your government, but for yourself and for your family. If you are working in the hospitals, you should have to stay in the hospitals. You fully knew what's going on in this pandemic, and the passing of the virus is very quick. So to avoid passing it to your family, do not go home. Stay in where you are. You have vitamin C. You have to eat garlic, ginger, and drink soup, vegetable soup. And you have to to carry with you salt and vinegar for you to gargle before you go sleep and in the morning also. So when you feel not okay, you keep on taking the vitamin C. Stay at home. Do not go to the hospital, because the hospital is already how they call that, very much, there's a lot of patient already, so it's congested already, if we could say that. For you to be at home, you have to, in the Philippines, we can buy sweet potatoes. That's what we can survive. How we can survive? We have to keep water, clean water for drinking. That's very important. We have to buy match. We have to buy candles if there is a power interruption, and we have to keep with us noodles like bihon or sotanghon or whatever, like canned goods. That's easy. And maybe you buy flour, you can make your own bread, and have butter if you can afford it. If you can plant, Filipinos plant now root crops, very easy to grow. In 2 weeks time you already have something to harvest. That could not be how they call that, it's not what we need rice or something. If you have rice, if you have minimal income, if you have just a little rice, you have to make it porridge. Just put ginger in it and a little bit of even one fish or maybe dried fish, you're really good in the day. If possible, you can buy honey. Buy honey with lemon, and you have to take it. If you can buy spices, ginger, garlic, onion bulb, onion bulb, spring onions if you can. I don't know why they didn't tell us to have a chili. Chili can keep our body very hot. And also the tanduay in the Philippines, you drink moderately. You don't have to be drunk. Just to precaution, for us to be healthy while we are facing this pandemic. But I really encourage that. I hope the government fully would impose na there would be no more people would work as for the moment. Anyway, the president had told na if you have nothing to eat, you go to your barangay captains. It's very clear that the president had told us that you go to your barangay captains because there were assistance that from the national government, from the national. So yeah, we are worried about there is no business to happen to be done and everything is on closure. But what is 1 month, 2 months against that all of us will get sick and the longer span of time that we cannot recover? There is one vlogger from China that told this about this thing. So we have to stay home. And if you're working in the hospital, just you yourself would have to impose it to yourself. Do not go home because you already could pass it to your family members. There are children, there are your mom, your father, your whoever in the family, because we have extended family in the Philippines. So the very best thing to do, if we really can buy vitamin C, yes. But if we cannot buy vitamin C, calamansi, we have to. And gargle vinegar, gargle suka with asin, salt, So you have to gargle every morning, every day, morning and night. And eat hot, drink water. Once you feel that your throat is drying, so it's already a sign. There are 3 strains of how do you call that? There are 3 strains of the virus. So the first is you feel like your nose is something like you got sinus or something. So when you feel that, drink a lot of hot water, or just like drinking coffee, and you start gargle vinegar with salt. And stay home, don't go out. You only go out if you want to buy goods. And from outside, you come back home. So you have to change and take a bath. If you could take a bath at the outside, and then soak your clothes with hot water or with antibacterial soap, and you wash it immediately so that you're already protected. And if you can take a bath, shower outside, you have to do that before you get inside the house, because there are children, there are elderlies that you are with, because we Filipinos are extended families. If you are all alone, keep with you those that I've said, and honey and calamansi, you can take it together and mix it. 1 tablespoon of honey and 5 limes. Calamansi is lime calamansi. And lemon in the places where there is no calamansi. So that's it. In cold countries, the very thing that you have to keep in with you is you have to make soup. When you are sick already, then you have to have the ginger and the garlic, boiled garlic and ginger, and you can mix it with the honey if you want to make it as your tea. And yeah, that's it. I'm just very concerned about the Philippines. The people are in clamor. They're very much, they don't understand what's going on, and they don't, because they would think of what will be our daily income. You'd say, oh, you're good, this and that. No, we are all the same. But we really have to think what would happen if we are hard-headed. We must stay home. Stay home, stay home. Should not work. Should not work anymore. Should not work. Just imagine, you don't know who among your friends are contaminated. We have no testing, kits. No. Not enough. Where is the testing kit? No, nobody is rendering themselves for a test. Not everybody. if you're at work, not even. So we should have to stay home. We are in a community quarantine, but still there are people who are working. Yeah. I really also think, and I cried already about what would be the outcome, in the long run if this would continue. Because if people will not listen, if the area will not be cleaned, we should follow Cebu, Cagayan, Mindanao, Davao, wherever you are, Manila. You must have to stay home. Stay home. And if you don't have anything, go to your barangay captains, because the president said if this will not act, this barangay captain is not acting, you tell him, you inform the president if this barangay captain is not doing anything for his people. So and do not depend with what the government can do. You have to plant. You have to plant. Where will I plant? Oh my God, use your intellect, If you're lazy enough, you cannot do anything. If you have their soil of the where you burn your how do you call that? Your garbage, like your leaves and whatever. That is a good soil for you to plant, I'm even planting here around my area, even if it is very small. When I started to stay here, I'm now harvesting my okra. I'm now harvesting whatever I planted. Now my passion fruit is bearing flowers already. We're here for 6 months, 5 months. Yeah. So help yourself. Not just that we depend our government. If you have rice now, you think would it reach to 1 month? Start being saver. We can eat lugaw, make porridge. Just put ginger in it and salt, and if you have bulad na galunggong, isa lang, pwede na yan. Lagyan mo ng malunggay o anong gulay na meron kayo. You have to make any vegetables to it. Just as long as we have something to put in our tummy. And we have to pray. God is our strength this time. He is the only one who could help us, heal us. He loves us. He created us. He is the most powerful God. He provides everything. He heals. He is a great healer. We have to call Jesus' name, very mighty name, very powerful name. This time, we really have to help each other, pray at the times. For the Catholics, we have to pray the rosary and be with the prayers at 8 o'clock and 12 noon. We cannot go to church anymore. This is the time that the Bible have said, We don't know what would happen. So we have to center ourselves into praying. I have to end my blog. God bless us all. Please, Filipinos, obey our government. This is not the time to be stupid, We really have to listen and stay home. If we love our family, we have to stay home. There's a saying na, mag-unsa man ang kumpay ug wala na ang kabaw ug ang kabayo, di ba? What will you do with the hay or the grasses if horse is already dead? If the cow is already dead, Carabao is already dead, So stay home, stay home, stay home. God bless us all.